Today we're taking a look at the Lytmi Fanatasy 3 ambilight kit, and this lets you transform any TV into a synced ambilight TV, and best of all, it supports HDMI 2.1. So full disclosure, before we get started, this video is sponsored by Lytmi, and they've sent me the Fanatasy 3 kit for free to review for you guys. So in a nutshell, the Lytmi Fanatasy 3 is an LED strip that you stick to the back of your TV. Then using the sync box, you can connect any peripherals and it's going to light up to match the colors on screen and provide you with a more immersive experience. Many other kits out there don't support HDMI 2.1, and this means that for the gamers wanting 4K at 120 frames a second, you can't do it, but thankfully this isn't the case with the Lytmi Fanatasy 3. It also means that we get some future-proofing as it supports 8K videos at 30 frames a second. Now in the box, we first get the user manual, the Lytmi TV box and the power cable. Then under that, we get an HDMI 2.1 cable, some screws and sticky fixings to help the cable management, and then finally we get the reel with the LED light strip. Now installation couldn't be any easier, and the LED strip is split into 4 parts for the top, bottom and the sides, so there's no messing about with awkward cornering sticking the LED strip to the TV. When it comes to attaching them to the TV, you need to start from the bottom left or the bottom right and work upwards as explained in the manual, so look at your TV and decide which position is best based on the ports. Now currently on my TV, I've got a very awkward setup where the TV is on the wall, but the power cable isn't detachable and it's permanently fixed in, and this means I have to take everything off the wall including the cabinet and all the wires in order to remove the TV. Because of this, I've decided I'm going to attach the strip to the TV while it's still on the wall. To be fair, for anyone that hasn't done this before, it shows you just how easy it is to do. It's just harder to cable manage in the corners if it's still on the wall, so I highly recommend you just take your TV off the wall and you can stick the strip on in seconds. Once you've done that, you just plug in the LED strip into the sync box, you then attach an HDMI cable from your TV to your sync box, and then just add in the devices you want to use to the sync box and you're good to go. When I knew this was coming, I assumed that there was going to be some sort of calibration setup, but it really is just plug and play. The only thing you need to do is tell the box whether you've started from the bottom left or the bottom right of the TV. As you can see, when you've installed the strips, they look great, lighting up the area around the TV. And the LED strips have a very impressive density of 72 LEDs per meter, so we get a nice even glow without any spots. Now the sync box is incredibly simple to use with a 2-button control system, and this allows you to change between the input and the settings. And there's also a mobile app that provides even more functionality. Now another great thing about the Lytmi Fanatasy 3 is that we've got 4 HDMI ports to connect to, so this means that not only have we now got an ambilight, but we've also got a 4-way HDMI 2.1 splitter. Now my TV only has one HDMI 2.1 port on it, so this is now a huge advantage as I can have all my devices plugged into the HDMI 2.1. Now on to the performance. The Fanatasy Box 3 blew me away with just how well it works. We've got the 72 LEDs per meter density and they're all individually addressable LEDs, so it performs incredibly. If you've got lots of darkness on the screen, then you're not going to have any light there, and if only part of the display has some light, then the LEDs are going to do exactly the same. Now it really does just add another level to your viewing, and it makes things much more interesting to watch. Now this demo footage here really showcases the full potential of the kit, and after using it for a week, I'm thinking I might have to get some more for my other TVs. When using it for gaming, it adds so much more to the game and just feels more immersive, yet at the same time it's not too distracting, and I've tried this with multiple games and just love playing it. With my TV, it's very close to the wall, and I mounted the strips quite far inwards, which has given me a nice subtle glow around the TV. I think in future I might move the strips a little bit closer to the edge of the TV to get a little bit more glow, because of course when it comes to LED strips, the further your TV is from the wall and the closer the strips are to the edge, the more glow you're going to get. Now when it comes to the app, we've got lots of customization in here. On the main screen we can select the HDMI inputs on the left, and then we've got 3 dots at the top right to set up the strip settings, and I recommend enabling the TV synchronization switch so that when the TV turns on, your strips turn on with it. Now you can switch between video, recreation and game mode, but personally I found the game mode to work the best for me in all scenarios, so I've just left it on that. We've got a brightness slider so you can adjust it to your liking, and in the daytime I've had this at 100% all the time, but when watching a film in a dark room I do turn it down a little bit. Then we've also got the degree of diffusion, but again I just kept this on full at all times. Now most of the time you're going to be having this in the synchronized mode to match the colors on screen, But we've also got options for music, where the lights are going to react to the physical sound in the room, and you can choose different settings for different genres, and the lights will react differently to the sound. We've also got preset scenes that we can choose from lots of different ones, so we'll just take a look at a few of these now. There's also a pure option where you can just pick a solid color from the wheel, and I use this for when I'm watching content on the TV and it's not anything coming through the sync box. Now, as I said at the start, this is a sponsored video, and normally when I cover these, I'm just going to be going through the specs without giving too much of an opinion. With the Lytmi Fanatasy 3, it is actually the best syncing light kit that I've ever used. It works well, the app's great, and the LEDs are high quality, so there's nice solid blocks of color where there should be, and it reacts very quickly to any changes in the display. Now, of course, for those of you that want to get your hands on them, I've placed a link down in the description below. They offer different versions depending on your TV size, so it's always going to fit nicely. You've got a choice for a 55 to 60 inch, a 65 to 70, a 75 to 80, and then an 85 inch to 90 inch. The price starts from £157 in the UK and $199 in the USA. With such a limited amount of TVs with LED lights built in, I personally think it's a much better solution to buy the TV you want than just add one of these kits. Now, hopefully I've covered everything in today's video, but of course, if there's anything I've missed or you've got any questions at all, then just ask them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, smash a thumbs up. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down twice, and I'll see you guys in the next one.